Hey, here we are.
Yeah.
And before we do anything, let's give Paul, the producer, a round of applause.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, we must be like the strangers in your house here, but we're back. Season 3 premiere. It's Monday, July 1st, 2024. I'm your host with the most, Frankie Slauson, and welcome to the Season 3 premiere of Renegade Radio.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we
Who's
go.
the streaming man at?
The streaming man, I'm right here. We're right here, man. Anyway,
No, I'm talking about my brother.
oh, he's coming. Paul, go ahead and let John in, the other John, or Screaming Sam. He said he's just waiting for the okay, I guess, for you to get him back to.
There's somebody. Hey, there we go.
Okay, so everybody's seeing what's going on. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Season 3 premiere of Renegade Radio. I'm Frankie Slauson, and it is definitely a wonderful, wonderful time to be, well, to do this, to continue to do this after the success of the last 2 seasons. And we're almost a year in. You know, in the next month, it'll be August, but about the second or maybe third week of August, it'll be the 1 year anniversary show when Sam and I started to do the show, the actual show we're doing right
In
now.
this video, we'll take a look at 3 simple ways.
Okay, we have some little technical.
There we go.
But
Yep.
it's all good. Anyway, so we're excited to have everybody on, and I'm joined tonight by,
to find.
I don't know who's playing. Somebody playing video, or is that just something I'm hearing? Or
I think
whatever?
it's Antique Man keeps coming on with something.
Oh,
I get a big pit.
okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Your mic's off.
Oh no, mine's on. It should be on.
His microphone's off. I can't hear him.
Oh, well, I mean, I can hear myself, so I'm gonna keep talking. Anyway, so welcome to the
And
show.
join a meeting.
Enjoy
Let's
the-
get
I've been hearing audio, like other audio.
Yeah, that says let's join the meeting. So somebody's still trying to get in. My brother, I guess.
Okay, so it's not coming from us at all. It's not coming from
No,
that source.
it's
somebody
coming
else.
from Zoom itself, I think.
Okay. Well, whatever. I was just hearing some stuff, but anyway, tonight we got a big show. We're gonna be joined by Bill Kinison. And who's Bill Kinison? Well, you should know that name because he's the brother to the late great comedian Sam Kinison, and we had him on a couple times during season 1. Excuse me, season 1 of the show. And he's been willing to come back for our premiere episode tonight, so that should be good. I'll be here within the next hour, and then we're just gonna kind of ad lib. I know we were talking about doing segments and stuff, later on, and starting next week, we will start doing some segments, or at least try to get everybody to do some segments to fill the show for those times when we don't have a guest, and even for those times that we do. Because we want to try to make the show a little bit more, not try to give it a script, but give it more depth, we'll say. Because there's so much that all of us are capable of doing to make the show what it is. And I think if we do what we're going to do, it'll be a great turnout. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the next season. We're live here at the Grand Forks Best Store Studios to do this show tonight. And so I'm joined by good old John Roberts. What's going on, man?
Here we go, man. After a month off, let's do it.
Yeah, month and
I'm keyed up about our guest. It'll be fun. Here's something.
yeah. I think somebody needs to. I don't know if it's just. I know it's not coming from our end, but I think somebody's has a mute.
Oh, there's
their
people
audio.
working on it here.
Antique Man.
Is it all
Yeah,
antique?
it
man?
was me.
Oh, that was you.
Hey, there we go.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Bill,
I'm
I got
having
my
about-
brother.
I'm having a lot of fun here.
I
Trying to
see.
Connected.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, there's
Oh,
everybody.
look at that. Look at that. The whole crew.
Hey,
They're all here.
there you
I
are.
don't see Joe. I don't see my brother.
Well, you gotta remember. You have to swipe. Swipe to the right or left to
I
see
did
everybody.
Swipe it, dear wiener boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Wiener. He called you Wiener Boy.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. See? Now you
Let me
see
interrupt.
everybody. Now you see everybody. Just remember that, because I remember that from last time. That everybody was talking about that. So.
You tell him, Sean.
Well, I got 2 Erics on there, and I don't know why. Both Erics are on
Oh,
my
no
thing.
wonder.
I do too.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, we do too.
Eliminate one.
We got double the antique man or antique man or whatever we misspelled his
Oh,
name.
yeah,
right?
yeah. And
I-
Queet. And Queet.
Yeah,
And whatever
Queet.
it was. Yeah, yeah.
And Queefa.
Well,
Something
let's
like
see
that.
here. I wonder how that happened.
Well, probably from you being on earlier, and then I told you to turn your
Nah.
camera on, maybe.
Well, Frankie
I don't know.
doesn't know how to spell is how it happened.
Yeah, it's all German. It's all French Canadian. And happy Canada Day, everybody! For all you Canadians out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Happy
Hey.
Canada Day. There we go.
Yeah,
I have a lot of Canadian friends. Ton of them.
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
A, B, C, D.
Yep.
Well, we want
It's
to
a boot time.
we want to say hello to our panel. We got Mad Dog here, coming off of surgery. But he survived surgery, and he's willing to come on the show and be part of our season 3 panel. And we got Antique Man, the legend, Mr. Eric Adams, and we also have Screamin' Sam, the guy who's been my right hand, left hand, and whatever other hand you can think of, man, since we started the show.
How fun would that be?
So he's the handyman.
No, to have more than 2 hands.
Oh, well,
Right?
It's a gift.
Yeah.
How's it going, Sam? How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, how come, is this on Facebook Live?
Yeah, I because we're in the studio, we're still kind of going through a few kinks or whatever. I will share the link here when I see it. I just haven't got to that point yet because we're just starting. So don't worry, there will be a link to share here shortly. Here, I just gotta
No
get to
problem,
it.
brother. Everything's been good.
Yeah, how's your break? Everybody have a good break. Everybody enjoy that. Was that
Yeah,
nice?
it's fun.
Do a lot of summer things, maybe. Try to.
Not really. I mean, I just slept and stuff and watched TV. That's all.
How's that different from
That
any other
sounds
day?
fine to
Monday
me,
night, What do you
man.
do on a Monday night?
Yeah, just drink coffee, I guess. A big thing of coffee.
No, I got some shots of Kahlua and
Oh, geez.
Bailey's.
Oh, there you
Ooh-eye.
go.
What's
There
a
you go.
ooh-eye?
Good stuff.
Bill Kinison's on the phone. Hold on.
Oh, maybe he
Come
might
on,
be on a little bit
Back
sooner.
fast, Blake.
And that's okay if he wants to come on sooner, because we're not,
What's up, man?
the sooner the better. It's no big deal.
They'll send you a link. Because we're just getting on ourselves. They'll send it through Facebook. Because we're just getting on ourselves. We're running late because they're in the studio or something.
It's nice a live phone call with
Okay.
Screaming Sam, right?
Okay, sir. Bye-bye.
Yes.
I
we'll be-
had figured out why I have 2 photos up there.
Why is that?
Send Bill a link.
I
Okay.
have never used this mic before. Now I have plugged it in, and that is there.
Oh, it's
and
got
my
a camera
phone,
in
my
it.
phone
Yeah.
is right here.
Yeah. So the
if
mic
I
has a
turn the-
camera.
Okay, so I could turn the phone off,
Right.
is
Oh,
what
that's-
we're saying here.
Okay.
And the mic has a camera.
Here, John, this is for you, John Robert.
What is that?
You know, there are a lot.
Oh,
of
there you
women
go,
that would
man.
Like to have 2 of me.
There you go.
Hey, the more of you, the better, I tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna just turn the phone off and see what happens.
Okay. Well, and I'll send the link to Bill here, so don't worry. I'm in the process.
fine.
of
Now you
doing
got
that
no
right now.
voice. No voice.
So you turned off the wrong one then. All right, hold on there. All right, I'm sending him the link right now, so he should get it here.
No voice. Antique man, you got to go back the way you were.
I went live on Facebook about the show tonight, and I have people saying what time does it start because they were waiting.
Oh sure, yeah, and I mean that's kind of my fault because I told everybody what time we were going to start and everything, but it's like,
Say 5:30.
the people that are here, have other things going on and they have their lives, and I just kind of, I'm trying to do. I'm a very patient person, so put it that way.
What does that have to do with not being on?
Well, I
Come
mean,
on.
that has everything to do with it because I'm not behind the computer. Normally, when I'm at my house, then I'm in charge of everything, and then
Right.
everything is what it is. But here, I have to abide by the rules of the place, and there's a mutual respect I have for the guys here at Grand Forks Best Source. So whatever they say goes. You know, that's how I run it. It's a respect.
you.
It's a respect
got
thing. You know, respect. That's a big thing. You know, Ronnie Dangerfield
No
loved that, right?
respect at all, you know?
So anyway, so we're excited. I think Bill's actually getting ready to pop on there. Looks like. So we'll have our guest on here sooner than later. That's okay because this is a season premiere, so everything's just kind of as it is, and we know how much Bill likes to talk. So it's like, so that's okay. So
That was a hell of a drink.
yeah, you feel better now. Helps your
Much better.
helps your self confidence. But anyway,
There you go. You missed that.
what's else is going on today is that it's a week of the 4th of July, so we're already in the second month of summer already, even though we just started summer, and it's the weather. I mean, I don't know. It's been kind of. It wants to be warm some days around here. It wants to be cool some other days, and I'm just like, well, I mean, whatever. It rained on my way here when I got here this afternoon, so. And
Here's
then
Bill.
I don't know how it's been.
It was 50 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
about that
happy
here.
for you.
Yeah.
It was 100 here.
Hey, Willie.
I was on the river Saturday morning. It was 49 degrees at 5 a.m. in the pure dark, waiting to start catfishing.
Oh.
So quit sniveling.
I'm just saying, last week it was 98 with 100%
Yeah.
humidity, and this week it ain't going over 70.
Yeah, now today we got probably another 2 inches of rain here, probably. See when I get home, I'll check my gauge, but it was
See, pretty soon you'll be able to take your boat to work, huh?
it's getting to that point around Minnesota, all over the place.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. That's kind of the plan, I guess. It seems like it. Because what happened in over in Mankato? Or
Antique
so
man, no good.
they got flooding in Mankato in somebody's house, like who lives by the lake. Or
Yeah, I
river?
think there was a dam that
Go back
burst,
to the other one.
and then stuff like at Valley Fair is underwater.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
racetracks in Iowa that are canceling the remainder of the season. South Dakota, it's bad. There was a big race there last week.
Yeah.
It got canceled. The campground where these $200,000 campers are parked. It was like 5 feet deep.
Jeez.
I talked to a guy that opened up his camper door and there was a boat going by in the
Yeah.
campground. So yeah, we've got enough water up here. It's really a lot.
That's crazy. That's a little nuts here. Guys, I'm going to share the link with you guys for the actual video feed here, so you can share it, just so you know, since we're doing this in real time here. What's going on, Bill? Welcome to the show.
Oh, got some echo. Oh.
Oh,
That echo is me.
oh, that's you again?
See Dan O'Keefe. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. How's
Hey,
everyone?
Danny!
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can hear you fine. I can.
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Can we hear?
Okay, great.
How's it? Can we hear Bill at all? Is Bill's mic on?
I see him down there.
Oh yeah, I'm a very quiet person.
That's not true. That's
Just
not
playing.
true. Every time we've had you on, you always take over. You know, so
That's good. That's why we want him on. I don't want to talk tonight, so Bill's going to take my place.
yeah,
There you go.
No.
Hey,
That's
you
funny.
realize we got 2 Texas people on our show, 2 Texans, not Sexons.
Is there enough room for that on this show?
I don't know.
I don't know. They both got big heads. And I'm only kidding.
Well, thanks for noticing, I guess. Jesus, what the hell? I tell you.
Bill.
So what's been going on, Bill? What's new in your life there?
I don't know. I still can't hear you guys very well.
So,
Just us in the studio, or just everybody in general?
How's this, Bill?
I
Bill,
think
how-
on my end I got it put up about as much as I can.
Okay.
We hear you just fine.
Yeah, I
Boy,
can hear you.
Antique man was over there doing this before.
That's what I was going to do. Here, Bill.
how's that? Is that any better? Check 1, 2.
Yeah, we'll work with it.
Okay.
If if I can't hear you, I'll just go into that Joe Biden.
As long as it's only 6 hours a day,
I
right?
want you to know, my son is not a What they say he was? A loser
A lesbian.
and whatever. That's all I want to say.
Oh, that's funny.
That was something, huh?
What's the deal?
Yeah, what's the deal? What about corn pop and everything and everything? Huh?
Hey, watch it. Somebody on the panel voted for Joe Biden.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
somebody on the panel voted for Joe Biden.
Huh?
Oh,
That's
me.
all right.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah, it
sure
was.
he's sorry about it now.
Still a free country.
Was that anti?
Yeah, it's a free
No, it's
country.
not.
Just as
Not
long as they
free
don't
to
vote
use
for him a second time.
What's that?
As long as they don't vote for him a second time, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, everybody learns from their mistakes. Everybody deserves a second
Democrat.
chance.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
for
if you
sure.
wanna
for
See my
vote
sure.
for
bracelet?
Democrat, I have to.
Yeah, but you know the sad part? That they're going to vote for Biden again.
Yeah.
Don't throw your votes away.
Well, who knows? I mean,
I'm not
So
a, I'm not a
gonna
Republican or
Am I going to
Democrat.
vote for? You want
I
me
am
to
a
vote for
conservative
guy
with
who
liberal
cheats on his
values.
wife and
all right. Let's.
We're all conservatives
Let's
up
all
here, I
talk
think.
one at a time.
Yeah,
Let's let
yeah.
Bill talk a little bit because he's our guest and everything.
Biden's like mushmouth on Fat Albert. Hey, Bob Albert.
So for those that are unaware of Bill, he is the brother of the late great Sam Kinison, and there's a lot of history between him and our show and him and our panel, my co-founders, Screamin' Sam, and we've told the story many times, which is nice. It's always nice to hear. But for anybody that's listening here or watching here on the Grand Forks Best Source websites and links, Bill's a big deal. I mean, he has. There's a lot about Bill that people don't know, as far as like how he got where he's at with the preaching, how he convinced his brother to get into comedy. I believe Bill was you were Sam's manager, right? Kinda, or his main guy or whatever.
Yeah, he was a manager, wasn't he?
For
Hello, Bill.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
He asked if you were Sam's manager. Wake up over there.
Dude, I'm trying. You're the only one I can really hear.
Oh, so you really?
I-
Wow.
Fart,
You
'cause I
can't
got a
hear
big
me because
mouth.
everybody says you don't have to yell when I talk.
Yeah.
Check. I mean, we could really rack these up here higher. Is that any better?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Maybe you should put some
Never had
headphones
trouble
on or something.
Zooming
Maybe.
before.
I don't know.
Yeah, low. I got 'em-
weird.
I got these
I
things
can
way
hear
up there.
everybody fine.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. Maybe you gotta come back and come in or remember again. Maybe I don't know. It
No, don't do that.
has to be an audio
Bill?
set. Has to be an audio setting or something.
Bill, is your hearing aids in?
Yeah.
You got the
I just
volume up,
wondered.
Bill.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about my uncle Ed that was eat by cannibals in Havana, Illinois?
Yes.
It was nasty. It was nasty. It still bothers us to this day.
Why is everybody laughing?
Well, because it
I
sounds
can't even
true.
hardly sit down and eat chicken anymore without thinking of Uncle Ed.
Yeah, I tell you.
Shit, that was funny.
Now the audio has been turned up a little bit more, so I don't know if Bill can still hear us at all or not. Can you hear me now, there,
Yeah,
Bill?
but Sean, you're the only person I really can't hear that good.
You got to talk into the mic, I think. a
I
little
am talking.
louder.
I am.
Yeah,
as
put it in
close-
front of you. Aim it at you. No. Pick it up and aim it at you like me. There you go.
You know how
Now you tell me if you can hear him any better now.
It looks like I'm talking to something else,
Now I hear
Is
it.
that better?
Oh,
See?
Now that's
See?
better. Wow. See, I thought this mic could hold. It's the way it was set.
It's a directional mic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like he's in a normal position now.
It looks like I'm. It looks like I'm about ready to give somebody a good time here. That's what it looks like.
Oh my gosh, you guys, come on.
Hey, this is a clean show, folks. I mean, this is family entertainment.
Yeah, family entertainment. Sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
At its
We're not allowed to
best.
swear or nothing on the show.
Okay, so what I was going to ask Bill, now that he can hear me, and now that everybody can hear me, I'm sorry. Geez, I didn't know it was me the whole time. Anyway, Bill has been known to preach, a lot, because that's what he does, and his sermons are very, very moving. Like a lot of people are inspired by what Bill does. Can you elaborate a little bit to our group, because we got the Grand Forks Best Source company now with us here for Renegade Radio. We never had them out here before, so that means we're getting a whole different fan base. We'll just say viewer base with some of the people that we have on in our listening area now. So we're taking over Grand Forks. We'll just say. So for us, the people that are tuned in, Bill, just explain a little bit about who you are and why you're such a big deal.
Well, let's see. I'm not God, but he's my dad.
Okay.
And I still do a lot of deals with Sam. For some reason, all of a sudden, here in the last few months, things have really heated up on him. And so we're working on a couple projects that I'm not able to tell you about.
Kids are sick.
And I'm writing another book. Our first one was a bestseller, Brother Sam. And then on Sunday morning, from noon to 12:30 Central Time, I don't really consider myself a preacher. I did that for like 50 years. I think my daughter said it best when she said, "Dad, you're a spiritual influencer."
Well, that's good.
And I think that's probably what I am, because I don't know that religious organizations would appreciate what I teach. First, I think religion's full of it. I don't believe in it.
Amen.
And I think Sam had a routine one time that was perfect. And he said, God is a lot like Amway. The product is really good. It's the salesmen that suck. And I kind of really agree with him on that. This past Sunday, we watched that debate on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the Democrats, all Trump did was lie. And if you listen to the Republicans, or if you just listen to Biden, either one, all he did was lie. And so this Sunday morning we taught on they lied to us. Except I was talking about preachers and religion, what they lied to us, about who we are and what we can have and what God is to us. Anyhow, that's kind of what we do on Sunday morning, of which I really, really look forward to. We've been doing that. Oh God, how long, John? About 6-7 years now?
Yeah, it's been a while now.
It was really just to patronize some people. We had opened a church in our theater in Upland, California on Sunday mornings, and then it just got to be too tough, man. I mean, having to change sets after Saturday night shows and stuff, and then change it back for Sunday afternoon. And so I thought, well, I'll go on Facebook for 30 minutes and it'll peter out and everybody will go back to their lives. Well, it went the other direction. And so we run almost 5,000 Sundays live audience, and then we run several hundred during the week on YouTube. So that's what we do. We don't ask for money. Although if I had to do over, if I thought more about it, I don't know, man.
Well, there's people
you
making
can
a lot of
always do
money
that.
on
You can always
social media doing nothing.
Yeah.
Things that take no talent, people are getting rich doing
Absolutely.
it on social media. It's ridiculous.
Listen, probably about 30 years ago, I'm watching TV, and there's this preacher on TV, and he has a John boat in the background, like a nice sized boat, like a little boat, you know what I mean? What do you kind of row or something?
Yeah,
And he
a
says
rowboat.
that
A rowboat.
for $1,000, he guarantees you a spot in heaven, and your card will go in that boat, and we need to fill that boat up by the end of the night. And right there and then is when I thought to myself, you know what? And I just said, I'm done. I'm done with this, because there's no way someone could guarantee. Bill could tell us right now, I'll guarantee you a spot in heaven, but he'll be a liar. He'll be like a Joe
You were
Biden for
done
sure.
because you had to row it, you fat ass.
I wouldn't get in a boat without a motor. Are you
Listening
kidding
to
me?
Bill Kinison, he tells it the Kinison. That's why it's according to Kinison. It's not,
Right.
you're not going to hear what you hear on TV when they praise you and tell you they guarantee you this, they guarantee that. Bill won't guarantee you nothing. You know, if you want to listen to him, you listen to him. You want to believe what you want to believe. Bill was probably one of the best preachers I've ever heard because of that.
Wow.
Well, thank you, John. I'll send you your check this week. It's in
Okay,
the
thank
mail.
you. Well, tell Mom I said hi.
What the hell? That's funny. No, I mean, and that's what's cool about Bill and Sam's or Screaming Sam's relationship because or John Lutz, Screaming Sam, has known Bill for a long time, and they go back 20, 25 years.
2003.
Oh, since 2003.
Has it
Okay,
been that long?
Yes.
so over
And
20
we're not-
years at least.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why don't you tell the story on how you met?
Well,
I thought that was
Bill, if
funny.
you think about it, we went to Sturgis 2005. I knew you a couple years before that.
Yeah, that's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
And next week, next week we have big guests. Speaking of Sturgis, as big of a guest as Bill is, we have the
Bill knows
CEO
him.
and founder, Mr. Rod Woodruff. Woody.
Woody.
You know Woody from
Yeah,
Woody.
Next week.
Tell him I said hello.
Oh yeah, the CEO and founder of the Buffalo Chip Campground in Sturgis. He's going to be on.
That's where we stayed.
He's going to
He
be
renamed a stage, the Sam Kinison stage,
yeah,
after Sam died up in Buffalo Chips.
sure.
John and I've been there. Actually, I think John performed on it. Didn't
I
you, John?
performed on it, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys
Good
got
story
matching
about-
tattoos and everything.
Good story about John. Is,
Yeah, perfect.
man, first time I met him, I didn't want to meet him because I really wasn't into Sam impersonators, and he drove all the way from Florida because I guess he doesn't like to fly. And
Don't blame
I
him.
lived in California, and he got my phone number and he called me and said he wanted to meet me, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm not into that stuff, and more I talked to him, and finally I said, all right, I'll meet you at a restaurant, because that way I thought I could dump him and, it wouldn't be any big deal. And so I remember we met at a Olive Garden, and I walked in, and man, it scared the crap out of me. He looked identical to Sam. Identical. If they'd have told me Sam came back from the dead like Jesus did, I would have bought it. And he ended up going to my house and spending the rest of the week or whatever, and then we went over to Laughlin, didn't we, John?
Yeah, we went to, that was the second time I went out there. We went to see the place where Sam passed. We went
Yeah.
remember we went to Vegas?
Yeah.
We got drunk and we were calling people on the phone, jacking them around. We actually both got drunk, man. It was pretty funny.
You got drunk?
Oh yeah. We were calling
I
people
call
on
it communion. Now you can call it what you want.
You were crank. Who'd you crank call?
I got a reputation to keep up here.
See, Johnny's drinking would be like, his drinking would be like communion. One drink, he's done.
we got pretty drunk that night. I don't know, man. But that was
Well,
like,
it was that great lounge act that we were sitting there watching.
we had everybody in stitches, just like Buffalo Chips whenever this Christian group was out there singing.
Oh, that's what we was
Kumbaya.
going to talk about.
Yeah.
We went to Buffalo Chips after that, and met up there, and I remember I didn't want Woody to know I was there because it always gives me a lot of attention, and the whole time I'm like, trying to get away from people because they were all Sam fans. Well, now I've got a guy with me who looks exactly like Sam, and so he goes over and performs with Joe Santana. You remember that?
Yep.
And so now everybody's coming up to him and going, dude, I'm your biggest fan. And so John's going, well, if you're my biggest fan, you ought to know I died in 92. And finally, I just told him, am I telling the truth, John?
Yeah.
Finally, I said, John, just sign them.
He was signing autographs.
So he's signing all the autographs and everything else. That's how much he looked like Sam, though.
Wow.
And then I tell everybody, this is my brother Bill. And meanwhile, I told Bill, wait till they go home and start reading up on Sam. They're going to think we're both fake.
That's a great story.
That is.
Hey,
I have more fun with John than I do anybody. I really do.
Hey, tell them about Buffalo Chips. I couldn't hardly walk, but what happens when I see a naked chick?
Oh, God.
I went running
You tell
across
it,
the
you
lot.
tell it.
It was either naked chicks or funnel cakes. I went running across the lot.
You wanted
Christ,
to
the
vote for
funnel
or
cake.
something, wasn't it?
Naked chicks
Yeah,
or
what's that?
funnel cakes. I run across the. That's awesome.
Hey, I run for naked chicks and funnel. I'm making a shirt out of
Honest to
that.
God, I couldn't walk. I tell Bill, dude, I can't walk anymore. And I see some girl take her shirt off, and I was gone. I was like, looked like speaking. I mean, I was flying across the block with my fucking camera.
Yeah, the problem though with Sturgis is there's a lot of times you see. I mean, they'll walk around naked.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
like
they
it's
do.
like
No,
it's
no,
like
that's
You'll see
normal.
why
That's
are you
not
doing
real.
that? Or why did
Hey,
I
don't
look?
worry, Johnny would still take the funnel cake.
I probably
too.
would too with
I
some of
probably
them.
would too. Yeah. Some of them look like a funnel cake, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh God, we had some times up there, John. Then we
Yeah, we
tell
did.
this guy. Well, you first remember when we were up there, and this other group was in our little thing.
Yeah,
And
they
they were
were
so happy because we can play the guitar and sing at the campfire. They're singing crap like "Come by, ya, my Lord, come by." So John, he goes in the motorhome and cranks up one of Sam's CDs. And they wouldn't even talk to us the rest of the time.
It's fucking
I
sand.
was worried about, somebody tell him, Woody, we're having, I think, a steak or something. And this one guy that he's a doctor or something. Well, he went and told Woody, and in the middle of our thing, man, I'm having a great time. We've been there like a couple of days, man. Nobody's really bugging me except for John. He's the one getting all bugged. And all of a sudden, we hear over the loudspeaker, "Bill Kinison, would you come to the left side of the stage? Bill Kinison, come to stage left." And then it was over. I get down there and I told Woody. Woody's like, "Why didn't you tell me you was here?" And I go, "Dude, I was hoping just to have a time because we went there 6 times." And I was like, "I was hoping we just have a time that we just enjoy it and everything." But Woody's a great guy. I really like Woody.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's cool, dude. What about Captain Jack? He was cool.
Yeah.
I brought my guitar down to the stage, the Kinison stage, and I started singing Wild Thing down there. And then there's a couple down there says, "Can you marry us tomorrow?" And remember, I don't know if you remember, I went down there and I married a couple. I wasn't even a preacher then. Yeah, I was. I just got ordained or something. Remember, I got that stuff online bullshit.
How many people
And,
have you married?
I actually married them right there at this
Yeah, you
Kinison
did.
stage.
Because I got ordained too now. I
did
had
you
some
really?
people I knew, and they said we want to talk to you, and said, "Will you marry us? We'll pay for you to get ordained." So they bought me the whole thing, and I went online and did my deal. I did pay like $24.99 to get the card to keep in my wallet to say I'm ordained. But and now I'm a racetrack announcer. So now I got this young couple, or a sprint car racer. His fiance asked if I'd marry him this fall. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's fun. You get some
I
some
married
beers
4
out of
people.
the deal.
That's good.
Yeah. That's fun. I married 4 people. 3 got divorced and 1 died. My record's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's like my luck emceeing fundraisers. It never ends up with a good ending.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it sucks.
Well, I
It's
mean,
on
I got
there.
ordained. I went to Bible college and everything to get it. If I'd
Yeah.
known I could have got it for $24.99.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
introduce yourself to Bill because I don't think he knows you and Eric. You know what I mean?
Okay, Bill, it's an honor to meet you. I'm John Roberts. I'm up here in Northwest Minnesota, about an hour from Canada, and about 3 minutes from North Dakota. Pretty close to Frankie's place where he lives. I hunt. I'm from that area originally, but I come from 4 decades of radio. I do sports play-by-play. I'm an announcer at racetracks. Right now, I have a company called Grand Forks Best Source. My partner, Paul, the producer, we call him, and I. We have a nice little studio that we're in right now in the Grand Cities Mall in Grand Forks. Radio has changed so much. A few years back, I actually had 2 #1 shows in Grand Forks, which is a pretty big city, and I lost my job for corporate cuts. And Paul was smart enough to say, you know what, the podcast is the next thing. So we started this deal, and here we are, how many years later, and Frankie just reached out to me one day. We kind of knew who each other was and asked if I wanted to jump in with you guys and be a part of this Renegade Radio, and here we are. And I keep mentioning Paul, but this dude over here he's got a bunch of kids at home, and for him to come in here and produce for us, because there's no way in hell I can do it. I'm too stupid, but I'm good in front of the camera and the mic. But there we go. That's, I guess, me. Oh, and I got a really cool wife and a kid. So yeah,
Pretty
Well, it's good
exciting.
to
huh?
meet you.
And we got good, Frankie. You can you want to talk, Frankie? Or
Well, I'm the host. I should talk.
Come on, Frankie.
We gotta
you're
get
not
in
jumping on it,
bed
dude. Jump
that.
on it. I shouldn't be the one fucking hosting the show. You are.
I didn't.
I mean, you want me and Bill Kinison take over the fucking show? We'll take it over, right?
I just
Bill? We've done that
assume-
before.
I
I think
just
we did the
assumed.
last time.
Yeah, I just assumed because of
I
last
think
time
at one
that.
point I finally went, who is that other guy sitting over there?
Yeah, remember you
I
made
said,
fun of
"Well,
me.
That's, the guy, that's his show.
Yeah, you made fun of me because you thought I was handicapped because it looked like I was in a wheelchair the whole time because I didn't have a desk at the time. Now I have a desk. I actually upgraded during the holidays and everything.
That
So-
antique man introduced himself to Bill. I don't think he's met Bill.
Yeah,
has
go
he?
ahead. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
No, I have not. Hello, Bill, and thanks for being here this evening. Nice to meet you and hear your stories. I grew up in the Dakotas as singing, writing rock and roll tunes. Still do that once in a while. Plus, I own my own business for 40 some years. Which, by the way, part of the business was forms. So if you need ordained forms, I can make them. I've made my own vaccine forms. So
Oh, okay.
anything you need, let me know.
He's from
Dri-
Texas,
driver's
Need a
too.
driver's license.
I got some of those
Need a
from a
driver's
Catholic
license
priest.
and- one more thing. This shirt says LISD. Don't get excited. It's Louisville Independent School District. Once in a while I sub, but it looks like LSD sometimes. Reminds me of.
He lives in Texas, Bill.
Yeah, now I'm in Texas. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, it'd be no different if you had like a abbreviated shirt that says Colorado undergrad
Right.
millennial or
Right.
something. Say CUM on there.
It does look like LSD, though. It really does.
Insane.
Well, anyway, we're happy to have everybody here, all the group. I think the only one that we're missing is Mikey, but he's part of the Renegade Radio group page as far as our messenger page. So he's part of it. So he knew about it. So I wasn't going to bother everybody. I just figured, well, if whoever wants to be part of tonight's show is welcome. It's kind of like, since we've been doing this for as long as we have, I'm kind of, Bill, I'm kind of more of a free form host. It's like I don't fire anybody. I don't get rid of people. I just let everybody just come in and do what they need to do. And I hope that people will be here. That I've always been questioned to why we have so many people as we do, but that's because of that. I figure, well, if I get a good enough group of people, then we will have enough backup just in case if we need. So I'm not by myself all the time because I can do this by myself, but it's not fun doing stuff by yourself sometimes. I've realized that over the years of doing radio and stuff.
Hey, I got a question for everybody.
I got a question too after you're done.
Okay, what's everybody got going on? What does 4th of July mean to you, and what do you guys all have going on?
Yeah, whoever
Family.
wants to start.
Family.
Go ahead, Bill.
All right. We're going to be with the family and probably do a little barbecuing and going and watching the fireworks and stuff. And, pretty much, John can tell you, I'm actually very family oriented. And I actually moved to San Antonio so I could be with my grandchildren and with my daughter and her husband. And that's what we'll do. We'll be spending it together.
Good.
And what it means to me is, it's a little bit like Memorial Day. I have trouble
Yeah.
really celebrating Memorial Day and
Mhm.
just going nuts and having a great time. I mean, that's the day that we honor
Yes.
those that have given everything for our freedom and for this country.
Amen, brother.
And I feel that we
Amen.
will wait a bit about the 4th of July. I mean, I really think that our country is in peril. I
Big
really
time.
do.
You know, my flag
And,
has been hanging upside down since the day after the election. For almost 4 years ago, my flag has been hanging upside down. I'm big into flag etiquette, and you look it up. I mean, I'm big into flag etiquette, and when you hang your flag upside down, that means your country or whatever is in peril, in distress. And so, yeah,
Well, the
I
Chief
agree with you.
Justice,
And I'm sorry.
His wife hung their flag upside down. She got all kinds of hell.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, nobody, they don't dare. Not up here where we live.
Yeah.
It should be.
No kidding. Well, what I like about Fourth of July is just the fact that it's almost like going back to, and I really hate to use this as an example, but remember when 9/11 happened and everybody was acting like a normal person for that short time. I just feel like everybody remembers where they come from and remembers that we're all human beings and we all matter, no matter where you're from and where you live and all that. America, Canada, whatever, I mean, we're all people. I mean, and that's the one thing that I enjoy. It's like you really think about all your freedoms and stuff that people take for granted. I mean, we all do. I mean, we're all victims of it. It's just the way it goes. I enjoy the parades. My hometown of Greenbush always does the parade every year, and sometimes I watch it, sometimes I don't. It's normally run by the same people that run it every year. Either it'll be bigger or smaller. It just depends on the budget, I guess, or whoever wants to participate. But it's small town stuff, so it's appreciative. And then I work at the casino, so we do the fireworks over there. Everybody drives to the casino for the big fireworks display.
You guys do fireworks?
Oh, that's the plan. That's
Okay.
we're still doing it. And now that we open up the bar now at the casino, it's gonna be interesting to see how many people try to bring drinks in and stuff, and stuff they're not supposed to bring in.
Your security?
As far as I know,
That's
yes.
your job, mister.
Oh, I'll be there.
All right. So are you like a badass security?
No, I'm the comic
Do
relief.
you whip them up against the wall and frisk them and say, what do you got going
I'm
on
gonna say,
here?
don't make me whip out my flashlight.
Oh, walk tall and carry a big flashlight.
Yeah,
right?
I whip
There
it
you
out
go.
literally
All right.
right in the middle of the area right there. It's like, I'm
In the
sorry
mi-
for.
Now,
sorry
wait
for
a minute.
pointing.
You whip it out in the middle of the area there.
No, the flashlight. It's like you stick it right in
If
there.
my wife was here, she'd be saying, that's what she said.
That's right. That's right. It's right in the middle, right
There
there,
we
right
go.
in the crotch area.
Oh,
You just,
okay.
I gotta be descriptive.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
I'm the comic relief is what I am.
Yep,
That's what
there
I
we
am.
go.
Even in real life, I try to be. Even on this show. All right, who wants to go next? Who wants to?
Hey, Bill, I just wanted to ask the question that I've been dying to ask you since I met you. When you were Sam's manager and you booked his shows there, how did you keep him committed to go to every show? Because I know at one point Sam was a little off the hook, and did you have to sit on him the night before a show or make sure he got there, or how did that work out?
Well, first, there wasn't one night that he's a little off. It was a decade.
I didn't want to say that. I
And,
didn't want to say that and hurt your feelings.
Sam had the strongest constitution of anybody I'd ever seen. He could be up for 3 days and barely able to form words and stumble out on stage. I made literally thousands of dollars from crew members and promoters and stuff that said he can't do the show. And if I could get him on stage, which is always able to, it might take him 4 or 5 minutes till the adrenaline would pick in and you got a great show. And so that was never, and what made it really difficult is that I could say it, but it really meant nothing. When I go, dude, look what you're doing to your career. And he'd always just respond, hey, what are the reviews, brother? And the reviews were always great. And sometimes, just like you said, I did babysit him all night to make sure he's going to get on the plane to start a tour or whatever. And it was tough, man. It was tough.
How many interviews you have to do for him?
I don't know, man. Quite a few. I only did radio interviews and I wouldn't do station IDs and they'd have to be on phoners. I wouldn't be in studio. And we got away with it until we was up in going to Boston, and they had a guy 6'6", Mark Parento, and from their big radio station up there. He was their main guy, and so we're in the limo going to the show outside of Boston, Worcester. 7,000 people were there. Anyway, so he calls and says, "Hey, can we get a phone interview before the show?" And so I said, "Let me check and see." So I tell Sam in the limo, I go, "Hey, Parento, he wants to do a phone." He said, "You do it." And so I thought, and I just got to the point that instead of arguing with him, so I said, "Yeah, we'll do it. Here, let me get him." And so I'd come back and still be me, and I go, "Hey, man, what's going on? How's the crowd doing?" And never got caught, except Sam that night gets up at the show. And as he comes out on the stage, he goes, "Hey, how many heard me on oh man, I'm trying to think of the station, but whatever the station was." And of course, the crowd's going, "Yeah." And he goes, "That wasn't even me. That was my brother." And I'm standing next to this DJ that's 6'6", and he's looking down at me, and I go, "Dude, it was me or nothing." So that's the only time we ever got caught. But also never did it like on Howard Stern. Howard would have known in a second. Or Stevens and Pruitt down through the South. I mean, there were certain ones. And the way it came about was actually in Austin, Texas. And Sam had partied out, and the promoters got a hold of me and said, "Sam needs to do drive time and beef up the crowd a little bit." And so I go, "I'm telling them it's not going to happen. Not going to happen." Well, one of them came up with the idea, "Why don't you do it?" And I go, "I can't do his interviews." They go, "Man, sometimes you can sound just like him. Just do a 5-minute interview." And so I said, "All right, we'll try it, but I'm not sure this is going to happen." Anyway, we got away with it. And I remember we got over to the show. I'd walked up 1,000 people as Sam in this interview, and they gave me a 1-ounce gold necklace with a gold chain around it. And but once Sam figured we could get away with it, most of your print interviews was me. Most of the radio interviews were me. And what I really love is I got a good promoter friend. You guys may know him, Danny Zalisco. And I went over, and that's last time Alice Cooper would talk to me, by the way. Went over, he wanted me to come over and get in a golf tournament that they have every year, and it's rockers and whatever. And so, and I guess Alice, they never told me Alice always wins. And so I come over there, I beat him. And so now he's pissed off, and he's like, "I don't believe you did, man. I think you cheated and everything." And I was like, "I don't care what you think." And he goes, "You couldn't break 100 at Pebble Beach." And so I said, "I'll tell you what, why don't we go up there and play? And for every stroke I'm under 100, you pay me $100. And every stroke that you're under 100, well, I'm over 100, I'll pay you $100, and vice versa." Well, we went up there, and I took $1,800 from him. later in about the later
Did you
in the
say,
month,
"Welcome to my nightmare"?
Yeah, only women bleed.
Wow.
well, we won a Grammy like a month later. So we're both down, or I did. I don't know what he won. But anyhow, I went in the back, and I come up to him, and I'm thinking, all right, he's a competitive guy. That's all right. So I go, "Hey, how you doing, Alice?" Doesn't say a word. He just turns around and walks off. And I go, "I thought you wanted to see my Grammy." That's the last time he ever talked to me.
Wow.
That's a great story.
Didn't know they had heat at all. That's kind
Great
of that's
story.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We got Sharon Stein online, Dan O'Keefe.
And who is that now? I see her in the comments here, but I don't know who that is.
Sharon
Sharon
Stein.
said, "Hi, I love you guys, and welcome back," and all that.
Yeah, Sharon, you know Sharon Stein, right, Bill?
Oh, yeah, I know it well. How do you know
Yeah.
her?
From your show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not your show, you're preaching here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on the chat.
Yeah, I see her on the chat because we have a
tonight?
special chat
Yeah.
out here.
Oh, okay, Sharon's great. I love Sharon. We go way back. We used to be neighbors in California.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
So she would come and tell me when the police were looking for me.
All the time, right? Alice calls the police again.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. One time when I was at Bill's house, I was cleaning. I go, I'm going to go out and wash my van. He said, okay. So I'm out there washing my van in front of his house, and some lady pulls up and goes, are you Bill's brother?
It's like,
I
yep.
go, I didn't know what the fuck to say.
How many people get invited to somebody's house and they wish their car with their water and soap? What kind of person are you?
I wouldn't drive my van
brother.
dirty.
Well, what's wrong with being clean? Nothing wrong with being clean. And if they see that
I
Sam
forgot
was
the guy
clean.
that's got the beard and the red shirt on. What's his name? I
Tony.
didn't catch it.
Oh,
me?
Anthony.
Oh,
Who?
Tony.
That's
Tony
my
I'm
brother.
John's brother. It's me, Mad Dog.
Oh, Jesus, Andrew.
How you doing?
Here I tell everybody I got a friend named Mad Dog.
I lost
I didn't know that was you.
Bill, I lost 140 pounds.
Well, I was going to say, man, you got a voice like you preached Pentecostal for 30 years.
And I'm sure, I'll tell you. I can't believe you didn't know that was me.
You are he's ugly though. I don't know.
I'm on this church sermon every Sunday. You don't even know who I am yet.
He knows.
Him and John are two of my closest friends. I love both of them. And I mean that sincerely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and you don't know who the hell I am, so how's my brother related to him?
I look familiar.
I blame that stuff on the 80s.
Yeah, hey, Bill, I lost all that weight to get my new knee, and I got it done 2 weeks ago. I feel amazing, man.
Feels like
They
a
had me
newborn
up and
baby.
walking- They had me up and walking 2 minutes after the surgery.
I was praying for you, brother. Didn't you have to lose weight and stuff for that?
Yeah, I lost 140 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looking
he looks
great.
good. He looks good on pictures
You
now.
look so good I didn't even recognize you.
Look at what's his name? Frankie. He got a shave, shaved his head, shaved his beard. He looks 100% too.
Yeah, I look more like a cult member, probably. I tell you.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Like Bill
Oh,
Kinison
man.
on
I
drugs.
love that picture behind you, John.
Which
That
one?
picture of your grandson. I love him. Right behind
Oh
you.
yeah, he's my buddy.
That's a real boy there, man.
That's going to be a butt kicker there, brother. He's a
We
big
have any more questions for Bill, Frankie? I mean,
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry we're taking over the show. I'm sorry.
don't be sorry. You're still my main squeeze there, or my right hand man, or whatever, or whatever you call it.
What do you call you?
I don't know.
My main squeeze.
I'm just
That's what I heard.
I'm just trying to make it sound as creepy as possible, because why not?
It
you know?
was.
Oh, thank you. I did good. No. I'm saying he's my. You know, I mean, Sam and I have created this show, and you know, Sam, that next month is going to be a year, probably what, the 20th of August or so when we started the show. So we got to do something big for that anniversary.
Remember
show.
that guy, Bill?
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
That's me.
You're an ass, John.
This is how Sam would look if he was 68. Or I'm only 66.
Yeah, don't
You know,
don't
you're right.
make yourself older than you are.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe too that he'd be like what in his 70s now, because didn't you say he's like 70, 71 or
Be
Sam
what
would
he
be,
would have been?
He'd be 68.
68, yeah.
Oh, Sam. Oh,
Yeah.
he would be 68. Okay, see, for
Yeah.
some reason I thought he was older than that.
It's funny, you know, when they die, you never picture them older.
Yeah.
No.
You know, my brother Kevin would be 65. He got killed at 28.
Jeez.
And, that's how I know him, the kid. He was the one we always called the normal one in the family, the other three of us.
So
Do you talk about Kevin at all? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
There just isn't a whole lot I can say about him, man.
Sure.
First, he was good looking. He was a model for Barbizon. He played drums with the best drummers in the business. And, but and then we literally did from the time he was a kid, we go, he's the normal one. And so he wasn't like Sam was Sam. And I had a brother, Richard, that was a miracle, that was born severely mentally handicapped and blind, and God healed him at 13. And I was pretty much the guy just taking care of business. And Kevin his death was probably the hardest one I ever.
How much younger
But he-
was Kevin than you?
He was 10 years,
Okay.
oh wow.
10 years younger, and was murdered. Shot in the back of
What?
the head at my mother's house with somebody burglarizing the house.
No kidding.
And I just it was quite it was a few years before I could even talk about him. It just hurt too much. He was my son. I raised him. And Sam and Rich, all three.
That's terrible.
So you're the oldest of
It
the
was,
crew
it
then,
was.
pretty much, huh? The oldest of the siblings. They're Billy.
Well, I
you
didn't mean to bring the show down.
No,
No,
no, no,
were you-
no. That's okay.
He asked if you were the oldest in the family.
I wasn't, but I really was because my brother Richard had been handicapped.
Yeah.
And so I had the role of being the oldest brother thrust on me very young. He
Sure.
was 2 years older than me. But I was really the older one in the family, and I was the father figure in the family because our father was so much older than we were.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yep.
Well, I was gonna say, Bill. Now, earlier this year, there was a podcast company on YouTube that did a AI version of George Carlin. Okay, and it made the news, and it went viral, and I guess they ended up having to take it down because they got sued by George's daughter, and because of just because it wasn't George's real voice and everything, blah blah blah. If you ever seen somebody do that to Sam or bring him back from the dead, we'll say, doing an AI comedy special like that, would you do the same thing?
I probably would. I wouldn't like that. Matter of fact, we're working right now on a deal on doing an audio book on Brother Sam that I wrote. And one of the things they brought up was doing it with AI. And I
Sure.
said, no, man, I'll read it myself. And I said, but the real advantage is that Sam's routines. Am I still on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it all went white here. But Sam's routines that are
It went
in
white
the
hair
book,
too.
we
Well,
can
no, you're-
actually
you're
take
fine.
because
We
I
can
own
see it.
those, that intellectual properties. But I would not be happy with somebody else doing an AI on Sam. No.
Did you ever hear the George Carlin special at all? Like this? Did you ever hear the George Carlin special at all?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't.
Okay. Well,
I was a big fan of George's, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Well, because the reason why I asked that is because even though it was how they did it, but the voice, at least to me, I don't know. Maybe everybody has a different ear. I'm sure most people do, but I mean, it sounded almost similar to him, and I'm always kind of just curious to how they can copy a voice like that and just make it work. Give it some feedback and give it a script or whatever, and then all of a sudden, there you go. You got somebody whose voice is still around, but the person's not around. I wonder how they would do that with Sam if that was the case. Not that I'm trying to ask too many questions about that, but
I don't think I would like it.
yeah,
I mean, it's not him.
sure.
It wasn't George. It wouldn't be Sam. Now, several years ago, maybe 15 years ago, a hologram company contacted me. And we almost did a hologram of Sam, and that was, back then, that was unreal. That was before AI. But they could make a vocabulary
Sure.
and then make his hologram look like he's actually saying that. And they wanted to open a museum with it in Vegas. And I go, no, you know what you ought to do? You ought to put it out on the road.
Oh,
It'd be like,
outside of
Sam
okay.
revisited, it'd still be material that he did.
Uh-huh.
But people never seen him, would actually see him on stage, and it was as real as sitting there watching and looking at you guys. But then it fell apart, and the company ended up getting sued. So I thought, all right, that was a good choice. That was a good pass on that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, because once it's out there, man.
Yeah, I think man must have had to leave, huh? He must.
Believe it or not, I did security for Wayne Newton when he was in Pittsburgh, and he had the Rat Pack up there on stage with him in the holograms, and it looked like he was standing there with them. It was amazing.
It was unreal, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, it was like you were sitting right there with them.
Yeah, that is something. That is something.
Well, I mean, we don't really have any more questions as far as for Bill, unless anybody else. I mean, I don't have any more questions. I think.
Why you think
I
give Hanson
did.
Bill?
I want to ask you a question because I don't know. I was just kind of creeping you, but and I don't. How many have you been in movies?
Have I?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in a couple.
How about this one? And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Ron Jeremy, Life After the Buffet.
No, I've never been in
I was.
movies.
Hey, I was.
I'm not kidding you. I was looking it up,
Yeah,
and,
you
and,
were.
and
That
for
was
some
my
reason it
brother.
came up. Ron Jeremy, Life After the Buffet, and well, of course that's going to pique my interest. So I'm like, wait a minute, and then especially now, Bill, after talking to you, I'm thinking, there's no way in hell this guy was in a movie called Ron Jeremy, Life After the Buffet.
And what's the buffet?
Yeah. was he
Well,
doing
imagine it's
something
Ron
on
Jeremy.
Is it chicken? Is it
John.
pork? Is it
Well, it probably tastes like chicken.
a tuna salad or what? Jeez,
Oh
there's-
boy, oh yeah.
You think I'd be in that movie?
yeah, as a
I can hear the
narrator.
music,
With a
chicka
silver
chicka mow
platter.
mow.
Yeah, Bill would be there as a narrator. Once upon a time, there was a piece of tuna.
There was a guy named Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, John. John. John.
Yeah.
When I met Ron Jeremy with Bill Kinison, he was
Oh
actually.
yeah, keep
he
throwing
was-
that up in my face.
Yeah.
Good
He
stories.
was doing a movie, right?
Yep.
And they were doing scenes, and this one scene he did, I thought it'd be funny that if Sam Kinison did it, that'd be there. And he goes, "You know what? You're right." So we actually did a scene with me as Sam Kinison in this dream that Ron Jeremy had, or something like that. And I was going, "Wake up, Ron!" Oh, like screaming
Well,
at
they
him.
make him go soft.
And supposedly, I'm at the end when they have like the bloopers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
He said that he actually put me at the end of the movie, and I can't find it. It was like it was a detective movie he was doing.
So you
Wasn't a porn.
weren't like
Yeah,
naked
they
or
said
anything
he
like
went
that.
Soft.
Oh no, yes, I slapped my penis across his face when I couldn't reach it.
No, what happened was
Wow.
my brother, his wiener went soft, and the movie had a end.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
Hey, there's totally people watching this stuff. Right? That's a little,
Yeah, there are people eating dinner right now eating this. You know, we're talking about tuna salad and
They
everything.
recognize me.
They're probably eating tuna salad sandwiches there. I think.
Or a hot dog.
Or going whole. Going whole in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
all I know is when me and Ron Jeremy took a picture together, I was like this.
I've
he
got
was
the
like that.
picture.
Yeah, I
I
got
have the
it.
picture, John. Whenever you piss me off, I'm gonna put it on the internet.
I already put it on the internet.
Every day. And then call Alice Cooper and
No, Ron
complain.
is a. That's just a terrible story, man. We were best friends for probably well over 30 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Who's
And,
that?
Ron
when it first
Jeremy.
came out, I didn't
Ron
believe
Jeremy.
it, and I talked to his best friend, a guy named Moss Curvin, and he said, "Yeah, man, he's been doing that." And I'm a gracious man, I'm a forgiving man, but dude, I'm not into that. That's hard for me to handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do that to women. That's hard for me to handle.
Well, one time you mentioned me, Bill. Why would you do something like that when he had all the women in the world to have sex with? Why would he pick an underage girl? Well, supposedly he didn't know, right? Or did he know?
Well, look at them now. You
Yeah,
can't
a
tell
bunch
if they're
that came out of
14
the
or
woodwork.
24.
Or if they have a thing, or they don't. You know.
Well,
He might have had a fetish for younger women, which I have no respect for a man that does that.
I do radio play-by-play sports, and you see high school sports, and you see what some of these kids are wearing, and you would think about it. My gosh, if I was that age right now, or who knows if they're 14 or 24, but if you're like 18 and you don't know, I could see it. I mean, granted, Ron Jeremy wasn't 18, but still, I would imagine it'd be hard. I mean, I can see it. It'd be hard to tell, but
Sure.
still, you got
Yeah,
to be
it
a
would
little
be
more
hard.
careful than that, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
It
Especially in
would be
today's
hard,
world.
all right.
And nowadays you can get in trouble even if you don't do anything. Even if you're
Yeah.
almost close to
They
it.
can pin it on you.
That's
Yep.
right, and then you still serve
Hey,
time.
Ron
Yeah.
Jeremy's the only guy I know could get a hard on and have a 24-inch waist. After he's done, he's a big fat pig.
Let me tell you something. I always tell my story about Ron Jeremy. I did it was called the Porn Awards.
Not the
And-
porn awards.
And I'm proud of you for that, bro. Really.
It was in Tampa, and Ron Jeremy, right? He actually went up and did some comedy, which was funny as hell. He was a good comedian. I mean, but all of his jokes was about his pecker, right? They were pretty good jokes. He would tell joke after joke after joke. So one day, when we go up to the buffet, they had a buffet for everybody who worked. You know what I mean? Well, me and my buddies went up and we ate. So here comes Ron Jeremy, right? And he sticks a spoon inside of the one food and he goes, "Oh, that's pretty good." And he sticks it in again.
Oh
And we're all
no.
looking at each other like, "Man, am I glad we're done eating?" And he's grabbing shit with his fingers,
Oh.
using the same spoon to dip into this.
Never picked up a ticket.
He was a pig. He was a pig.
Yeah, I never picked
Tell
up
you,
a
we almost
ticket.
threw up. We were so glad we were the first ones at the buffet.
He never picked up a ticket, then he must be really close to my brother because he can't either. He got them alligator on.
Jeez. The roast, I tell you.
No, it's
Just a
a
roast.
shame that what happened to him. He doesn't even know who he is now.
Yeah, he looks
He has
terrible. man.
Alzheimer's. He's in a prison hospital, and he has no idea even who he is.
Yeah, can you
The
imagine
only
what
good
someone
thing, he
doing in
can't fall out
Memphis?
of bed. It's like a kickstand when he rolls over.
Oh,
Can you imagine what they're doing to him in prison? He probably meets the same guy every night, never met him before.
oh, we're friendly.
Come on, you guys.
Family
It's a new
show.
friend
remember?
every night.
Come on, Sean. I thought you were going to keep this clean.
Well,
It ain't me.
he took a shower today. I mean, that helps.
I just took a shower, matter of fact, first time all week. No, I'm only kidding.
It's not even Saturday.
I saw you Saturday.
Yeah, it's Mondays, you know. Well, anyway, we appreciate you, Bill. Really, I mean, and everybody for being a part of the show tonight. It's our season 3
Love you,
premiere,
Bill.
and it's just a great way to kick off another season. I mean, we were only gone for 6 weeks, but it's the longest break I've had since we started this damn show. So it's nice to have.
6 weeks, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like May 18th
It's
or
been
whatever.
a busy June.
Yeah, it feels like it's been 4 months or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of things have happened. I mean, with me, I've just been, doing we talk about AI. Well, I've been, creating some AI music, and I don't know if you guys have listened to it or not, but
Yeah.
it's, I mean, I'm trying. It might not sound exactly like it's supposed to, but I'm playing around with it just because I'm curious about it, and it gives me a chance to be creative. So I'm making original music, putting it on TikTok, and getting some good views here and there. I mean, I think it'll do something. Any way to help promote Renegade Radio and to take us to the next level. So, and don't forget now that we are also going to be broadcast every Saturday here on GFBS as well. The recording or the repeat of the episode will be
You
every
just-
Saturday.
Just
So-
can't get enough of us. You can hear us again.
Hey, I'm excited
Yep.
because there'll be a lot of people watching on the weekends. If there are not many people watching tonight live, I guarantee you on the weekends somebody will be tuned in. So
Right on.
Can we have Bill tell everybody how they can reach his show and
absolutely,
Some
absolutely,
stuff
yeah.
on
Please,
YouTube.
please
Go
do,
ahead, Bill.
please
You
do
want me
that.
to do?
like tell everybody how they could see your Sunday masses or
Yeah,
on
for anybody
YouTube
wants to
or-
know more about you.
Yeah, more about you.
It's simply the Gospel According to Kinison, and you can go to the Facebook page of the Gospel According to Kinison, or you can watch it on the Gospel According to Kinison on YouTube.
Perfect.
And I also wanted to mention Sharon Stein was on her. She has a podcast, and it's very, very good. It's political, and she's Jewish. And I'm going to tell you something. She's taught me a lot. She has taught me a lot. But
Cool.
anyway, if you want to
Maybe
see
we'll
us
have her on
on
the show
Sunday
one night.
from 12 to 12:30, or you can catch us anytime on YouTube, and it's the Gospel According to Kinison.
Awesome.
That works for me. That's
And
awesome.
you want to hear the best preacher ever? I'm telling you, you have to watch Bill. I share his stuff on Facebook if you want to. Everyone look over it. And fantastic guy, one of my best friends. I love you to death, Bill. And I'm sorry I don't call you a lot, but I mean I'm a busy man, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony's
So
been
much
calling me like
busy.
every
Yeah.
day.
So
Yeah, I
busy.
call him every day. We're
Tony,
best
he's been
friends
calling me
now.
every day. Mad
I
Dog.
probably
Yeah,
does. He-
John, I've been calling him so much you didn't even know who I was.
Wow, we still don't know who you are there, Mad Dog. Jesus.
I love all of you, man. I've been on with Sean several times, and John, I think I've been on every show you've ever had, or sometimes you be on other people's show and go, let's call Bill.
Well,
And we've done that.
well,
Yes,
we
we have.
were trying to think of who
It's good
we
to meet
could.
everybody. I guess we lost one. I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, Antique Mad or
Yeah, he's doing like
Queef
Well,
Mad
it was a
or
pleasure for me to meet you, man. Pleasure for me, Bill.
All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna cut out.
All right,
Okay.
no
All right,
problem.
Bill.
We'll be
Bill,
cutting out
Bill,
too
I
pretty
love
soon.
you,
All right.
Love you guys
See
too.
you on Sunday, Willie.
I'll be there.
Here we go.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, so that was Bill Kinison, and again, thank you, Screaming Sam, for getting him to come on again. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, as we get ready to head into the holiday weekend.
That's right. Other than that, I think we're that should be good for tonight. Next week we got Rod Woodruff, aka Woody, he's the CEO and founder of the Sturgis Buffalo Chip Campground, and that's going to be a big episode for any fan that's a biker.
How many people? Yeah, how many people here watching go to Sturgis? A ton.
Oh, yeah.
So you all know exactly who we're talking about, who you're talking about.
That's right.
All right, perfect.
And he's going to give us the official lineup for the complete rally, everything that's going on.
Awesome.
So, and much more. So it'll be
Sharon,
good.
you are welcome for today.
Yeah.
You are great too. Happy 4th. John, can you send the Zoom link? Sharon, can you send the Zoom link? She'd know how, I wouldn't. All right. Okay.
Anyway, so that's all for tonight. We appreciate you, Sam, and Aunt Mad Dog, and Antique Man, or Queef Man, or whoever you are. We appreciate
And
everybody.
tweak, man.
Whatever. We appreciate all you and everybody that's tuned in on Grand Forks Best Source. Until next week, this is Frankie Slauson, and we'll see you next time.